Is this lighting weird? I feel like this is weird. Have you ever found yourself in a sort of cosplay slump? Don't want to work on your costumes? I've been there and I'm here to offer you some advice. For pretty much all of 2016, I didn't really have any motivation to work on any cosplay at all. I made a lot of plans, but I didn't really follow through with anything, so if this sounds like you, I'm here to help. So let's jump right into some tips. I'm going to be sharing 5 tips with you guys today. Number 1, if you're frustrated with a project, step back and take a break. Sometimes the best thing you can do for yourself is give yourself a day off. Can't quite figure out how to pattern that top or get that sleeve to fit in? If you have the time and you're not in major con crunch mode, take a break. Play some video games, or take a walk, or go make plans with your friend. Take as much time as you need, whether that's an hour or a week, or in my case, a whole year. It'll help you get into the right mindset of crafting again, especially if you're just really frustrated with something. It's not great to work on things when you're frustrated, because if you keep messing up, you're just gonna get more and more angry and more prone to messing up, so just take a break. Number 2, get organized by making lists. One of my favorite things in the world is planning. I love making to-do lists and planning things out. If you feel stuck and don't know where to go, make a list of everything you need to buy and do. Personally, making lists like this excites me to tackle my next project. If stuff like that doesn't exactly do it for you, that's fine too. I would recommend breaking down your tasks into small, manageable pieces. That way you can check off a lot of things at once, and it'll make you feel like you did a lot even if you didn't. Why did my battery just randomly go down to 3 minutes instead of 30? That's nice. Sometimes I'll make physical lists where I write them down in a journal, but I actually have this really lovely app on my phone, if you guys can see right here. It is called Cosplanner. As far as I'm aware, it's available on both Android and iOS, so you should be able to get it no matter what kind of phone you have, even if you're not as superior and did not pick an Android. That's fine. But as you can see, you can break down like plans by costume. I have a lot in here because this is like everything I want to do. I also have all of my past cosplays in here, so this is everything ever. Towards the top, for my completed costumes, I will put in events that I wore them at. I'll put in any photo shoots that I did, any awards, and then like my favorite pictures. But what this app is really most useful for is planning, as it is called Cosplanner. So for example, this is my Kimono Peach cosplay that I've been working on. I'm so sorry for the glare. There's my camera. But it lets you break things down into 2 sections. So right here is things I had to buy, and then at the bottom are things I have to make. And it allows you to highlight things that you still have to do. You can break things you have to make down by percentage, so a lot of stuff is done, but if you can see, there are some things I still have to finish. Once you buy something, you're able to check ready and say that you have it. You're able to put tasks in here, so like if you need to go to the fabric store, you can put it in there and set like a reminder for yourself. And you can also add reference photos. I think you have to pay extra to have more than 5. I did that years ago, but now they've kind of changed their formatting, so I'm not really sure how that works anymore. But you can put reference photos, and you can also put process pictures in here, which I find really nice. And finally, events at the end. So again, that app is called Cosplanner, Cosplanner, and I would highly recommend it for any cosplayer, because you can also keep track of things that you might want to do in the future, not just projects that you're currently working on. Number 3, look at other people's cosplay. Go to conventions, watch work logs, and follow people on Tumblr. Looking at the work of others can be really inspiring. My personal favorite is watching work logs, because you can watch somebody's entire crafting process, which really gets me inspired to work. My favorite channels for work logs are Mango Cyrene, Bows and Bobbins, or Bobbins and Bows I think it's called, and Sayuri Shinichi. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but I will link them somewhere so you guys can check out their channels. They all make great cosplay work logs. Looking at other cosplayers can be a little dangerous for some people though, so that leads me right into my next tip. For people that are in a serious slump like I was, I have 2 more tips that I found very helpful. Tip number 4, stop comparing yourself to others. This is much easier said than done. If you know looking at somebody else's cosplays will make you feel sad or jealous or even bad that you aren't working on your own cosplays, don't do that. Try to avoid it. So if you know that that sounds like you, probably don't go for tip number 3. Everyone has a different skill level and set of skills, so try not to feel bad. Don't compare yourself. I know personally I have a lot of super talented friends, so Comparing myself is something that I do a lot, and I know it's not healthy for me, but I just end up doing it anyway, and it kind of pushes me further and further down that I don't want to work on cosplay slope, but you must resist. It can take really a lot of practice and a lot of time to stop doing this. Personally, like I said, it kind of took me about a year, and I still do it, but it is something great that you can do for yourself. Finally, number 5, get inspired by your friends. This is another thing, like I said, that helped me out a lot. I did have a friend that lives up here by my college, and when I was able to see her more often, we would go out on cosplay dates, I guess, and we would go fabric shopping, and we would go to Michael's and go out and get coffee, and we would just discuss all of the different cosplays that we wanted to tackle that year, and that kind of just made me really motivated. Doing something like this with your friends, or I don't know, anyone else, can just really make you excited, because if you have somebody in your life that's really uplifting and can help you reach your goals and stuff like that, it can be very, very, very helpful for getting your motivation back. So I hope that these tips were helpful to you guys, and that's all I've got for the main section of this video. Now for 2 minutes of me rambling. Hey. So this is all unscripted now. So here we go. This is my final video I'm going to be filming in this dorm. So, goodbye dorm. I am moving out in about 2-ish weeks, a little less than that. I'm moving out on May 12th, and then I'll be back home for the summer until August something, late August, right before GeekCon. I'm moving back up here, but I'll be living in a different building, so my room might be a little different. We will see how that goes, but again, my final video here in this specific room. Also, I just wanted to thank you guys so much for all of the support through my rebranding that I just recently did. If you guys didn't watch my little vloggy thing, because I know those don't get a ton of views, I did decide to change my username from FairyKeese to FairyKeese. If you want to know my reasoning, I will link the video in the little recommended thing right up here. But pretty much everything has been switched over now, except for my Instagram, like I said, would not be changing, and also my Cosplay Amino, because I don't really use that. So a bunch of men just ran past my window. My friend and I are also working on a brand new end screen for me, because she was unhappy with the last one that I had. I think I had it just for my Anime Milwaukee vlogs this year, but we are in the process of working on a new end screen, and we might be making a logo for a possible relaunch of my Patreon this year. I'm not really sure if that's going to happen. It depends on the amount of people I have watching my content, because, yeah, you know. But again, thank you guys so much for your support. I hope that these tips helped you, and I will see you next time. Bye!